Hey guys, today I'm gonna share Reddit stories while I unpack my suitcase. I should have done this forever ago, but I just got around to doing it now. Okay, so first Reddit story. My wife confessed to cheating on me after I donated a kidney to her. My wife, 30 female, and I, 30 male, have been married for 6 years and together for 10. We have a 4-year-old boy. A few months ago, I donated my kidney to her when she needed a kidney transplant. We were extremely lucky as I passed all the match tests, blood type, compatibility, tissue, etc., and I was considered a healthy donor for her. The surgery itself took a few hours, and we did home recovery for 3 months. I got a lot of thanks from my wife's parents, her siblings, and then, of course, my wife. I, however, did this without hesitation because I love my wife. But a month after our recovery, my wife confessed to me that she cheated on me many years ago. It was a one-night stand. She said she couldn't keep it in anymore, especially after the massive sacrifice I made. She seemed extremely remorseful, and I believed her. It was a one-time thing. I, however, was extremely distraught. I got frustrated and extremely angry, and I did not speak to my wife for a week. Last weekend, I asked my sister if she could have our son for the weekend, and my sister agreed. The reason was for this, because I wanted to blow off a lot of steam, and I did not want my son in the house for that. And I did not. And I did. I didn't usually get angry much, but last weekend I did. All my pent-up emotions bubbled up, and I said a lot of horrible things to my wife. I wanted my wife to say something, but she said nothing and was crying. That angered me even more. Then I made her call her parents and siblings to confess about her cheating. That was the first time my wife said something, and she really seemed hesitant about it, but I told her I would leave her if she didn't. And she did. She called her parents and her siblings and told them that she cheated on me. That finally made me feel better, and I lost a lot of my anger after that. My wife, however, has just been crying a lot, but I'm not really into the mood to console her. All I'm trying to tell my wife is not to cry when her son is there, and to do it alone in the bathroom or somewhere else. Am I the asshole? I don't think he's the asshole trying to make sure that his son doesn't see what's going on. But at the same time, I feel like they should go to therapy or some other kind of counseling. I don't see any comments that are worth reading. Most of the comments are just about the Doctor TV series, how it seems like a fake story, and it's actually not a fake story because if you Google it, there's actually like a lawsuit that he actually tried to sue his wife for pain and distress or whatever, but that lawsuit didn't go through. Okay, am I the asshole for telling my sister that she is ruining her child's life with an iPad? My sister, 36F, and her husband have a 10-year-old kid who, for the purpose of the story, we'll call Jonathan, who me and my sister sometimes babysit on the weekends, and sometimes days I take him to school. As about a year ago, we started to notice that Jonathan was beginning to develop an American accent. We are Australian. Small kids have phrases, and so I didn't want to make it a thing. Over the next few months, the accent got thicker, and Jonathan became more irritable. Me and my husband brought this up with my sister, who said that Jonathan wasn't grumpy with her. He then started losing interest in almost all activities that he used to enjoy. Again, that was a concern for me. Every weekend it got worse. He would complain being bored. But when we offered a list of things we can do with him, he said no to every single one. The school year for 2024 started, and on the weekend after that, Jimothy told us that his teacher and a few classmates have asked him how long he's been in the U.S. before moving to Australia. At that point, the American accent was indistinguishable from American accent. My husband and I were really wondering what is happening. Then Jonathan's birthday party, Timothy's birthday party. His family was invited, including me, and so were all his friends. This is the moment that made me realize to some extent what was going on. He was on an iPad scrolling through some kind of short-form content that I did not recognize. So TikTok probably, because that's the only short-term content that I can think about. His friends wanted to play with him, and he did not. I told my sister that something was going on, and that Jimothy was obviously not in a good way. She seemed very offended that I was questioning her parenting choices, as she put it. The next time I saw Jimothy, he was glued to the iPad. He was noticeably skinnier, which I suspect is because he's forgetting to eat in favor of iPad time. And when I went to talk to him, he almost pushed the screen towards his body so no one could see. I had to talk to my sister and her husband. I told them what we thought, that a year ago, Jimothy was a very energetic child who got along with everyone. Now he's repulsive, and it's obvious from looking at him that he's skipping meals. My sister denied any changes. Yada, 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 yada. So she started shouting at me, and she walked out of the party. So am I the asshole for saying that my sister is ruining her child's life with an iPad? Okay, so no, I don't think she's not the asshole. But at the same time, I can also understand her sister's point of view of being like, why are you telling me how to parent? Okay, so let's see what Reddit has to say. Not the asshole. The kid obviously has been deteriorating. I wouldn't be surprised if he grew up with depression and anxiety when dealing with social interactions at school and at work. It's good that you really care about Jimothy, whatever his name is. At the end of the day, you tried to help him, but she wasn't able to handle the issues that were arising. Okay, another comment says, not the asshole for expressing her concerns about Jimothy's well-being, especially given the noticeable changes in his behavior and health. It is important to voice your worries when a child's development and health seems to be at risk. Your sister's reaction seems to indicate she may be defensive or unwilling to comfort the child issues. Am I the asshole for letting my daughter eat whatever she wants? I, 45 female, have a 15-year-old daughter. She is extremely active on her school's dance team. They have practices 8 hours a week, and according to her, her Fitbit gets 100 plus active minutes a day on average. Because of this, I basically let her eat whenever she wants. Whatever she wants. Packs her own lunches, buys her school lunch, whatever she wants. All her choice. Because of how long the practices are, she usually eats a normal-sized lunch, a large snack, and a large dinner every day. However, my husband, her stepfather, has told me that I need to be enforcing healthier eating habits because she's getting chubby. She's always been on the curvier side, but she's a size medium or size 8 in most clothing. She's 5'4" and 150 pounds. He told me that she's going to end up obese if I don't fix it right now, and that's probably the cause of her knee problems. She's hypermobile in her knees, so they randomly buckle backwards and get a mild sprain. I have ignored this concern on the matter because I believe my daughter is fine the way she is. No daughter has brought up the fact that she needs to lose weight. Does this make me the asshole? No, you're not the a-hole. When I was in cross country in high school, I would come home, have a snack, and then go straight for dinner because I'd be starving after cross country. So I totally understand where the husband is coming from, but at the same time, I understand where the mom's coming from, being like, hey, she burns over 2,000 calories a day. She's trying her best to make sure she makes up for it with the things that she eats because she's starving. Like, she's burning those calories. Like, she needs that energy. So let's see what Reddit has to say. She can decide how much she wants to eat. And after a 3-hour practice where she burned over 2,000 calories, she absolutely should not be eating the same portion size as a sedentary person. She doesn't eat breakfast either, so a large snack is really just making up calories. She's in high school, and she's in charge of making her own meals, which is basically what I said, that she should be able to make her own decisions. Another person says, this sounds like more of a question for a pediatrician or other medical professionals.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, everybody. That's it for today's video.